The play begins. Act 1, Scene 1. For the purposes of this evening's Reader's Theatre production, the cast has been reduced to just 5 characters: Madame Arcadi, Charles Condamine, his wife Ruth, Elvira, and maid Edith. Please use your imagination to picture the guests, Mr. and Mrs. Bradman. Also, the set has been reduced to only what is necessary to forward the play.
Blithe Spirit opens in the fashionable living room of the Condamine's house in Kent. It's about 8 o'clock on a summer evening. Charles Condamine, a novelist, and his wife Ruth have invited their friends, Dr. and Mrs. Bradman, to join them for drinks and dinner with a local clairvoyant, Madame Arcadi. Charles is planning a novel about a homicidal spiritualist and wants to observe the behavior of Madame Arcadi during a seance after dinner. Before their guests arrive, Charles and Ruth, his wife, discuss their maid, Edith, and their previous marriages. Both were widowed in their mid-30s. The fact is established that Charles, while he loves Ruth and is content, was also very attached to his first wife, Elvira. The Bradmans arrive, eager to be entertained, but decidedly skeptical regarding anything spiritual or occult. All 4 feel sure that Madame Arcadi will be a harmless fraud. Madame Arcadi, an older woman, dressed somewhat eccentrically, enters, having parked her bicycle outside. She is vigorous and articulate, not at all the dotty village spinster. She drinks dry martinis and is abreast of village gossip.
Act 1, Scene 2. After dinner, the seance begins around a small table in the living room. Madame Arcadi traces her history of supernatural revelations back to her childhood and tells about Daphne, her child contact from the other side. Before she begins, she starts playing the record Always. Charles objects, but is overruled. We begin the scene when Madame Arcadi is making contact with her spiritual control, Daphne.
Hello? Hello? Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? 1 rap for yes, 2 raps for no. Now then, is there anyone there? Oh. Shh. Is that you, Daphne? Is your cold better, dear? Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you doing anything for it? Oh, I'm afraid she's rather fretful. Is there anyone there who wishes to speak to someone here? Ah, now we're getting down to business. No, Daphne, don't do that, dear. You're hurting me. Daphne, dear, please. Oh, be good. That's a dear child. You say there is someone there who wishes to speak to someone here. Is it me? Is it Dr. Bradman? Is it Mrs. Bradman? Is it Mrs. Condamine? Oh no, stop it! Behave yourself. Is it Mr. Condamine? There's someone who wishes to speak to you, Mr. Condamine.
Tell them to leave a message.
I really must ask you not to be so flippant, Mr. Condamine.
Charles, how can you be so idiotic? You'll spoil everything.
I'm sorry, it slipped out.
Much to the surprise of the two couples, there are supernatural manifestations. The table trembles, Madame Arcadi falls into a trance, and Charles hears the voice of Elvira. Frightened, he wakes Madame Arcadi, and the party breaks up. He quickly brings the evening to an end and ushers his guests out the door, only to discover that his first wife, Elvira, who died 7 years ago, has materialized in his living room. But as she can only be seen by Charles, her presence causes a great deal of chaos between Charles and Ruth. He turns with a drink to join Ruth by the fire.
Well, Ruth. Oh, my God!
That was very clumsy of you, Charles, dear.
Well, Elvira, it's true. It was you.
Of course it was.
Charles, darling, what are you talking about?
Are you a ghost?
I suppose I must be. It's all very confusing.
Charles, what do you keep looking over there for? Look at me.
Well, don't you see?
See what?
Elvira!
Elvira?
Yeah, she's standing right behind you, right there. Look.
Come and sit down, darling.
Elvira, dear, this is Ruth. Ruth, this is Elvira.
Come and sit down, darling.
You mean to say you can't see her?
Charles, listen, just sit down quietly and I'll mix you a drink. Don't worry about the mess on the carpet. Edith can clean it up in the morning.
But you must be able to see her. She's right there.
Are you mad? What's happened to you?
You can't see her.
If this is a joke, dear, it's gone quite far enough. Sit down, for God's sakes, and don't be idiotic.
What am I to do? What the hell am I to do?
I think you might at least be a little more pleased to see me. After all, you conjured me up.
I didn't do any such thing.
Nonsense, of course you did. That awful child with the cold came and told me you wanted to see me urgently.
It was all a mistake, a horrible mistake.
Here, come and sit down and drink this.
Why are you so anxious for me to sit down?
I want you to relax.
This is appalling. I can't relax. I shall never be able to relax again.
Stop talking like that, Charles. Drink this.
There, now are you satisfied? Why are you so anxious for me to sit down? What good will it do?
I want you to relax. Drink some brandy, goodness sakes. Sit down and relax.
I can't relax.
You can't relax standing up. African natives can.
Well, I'm not an African
They
native.
can stand on one leg for hours.
What are you talking about, Charles?
An African native.
Drink some more brandy.
It doesn't matter, Ruth. It really doesn't matter. I've now sat down, see? Are you satisfied now?
There's no need to be aggressive, Charles. I'm doing my best to help you. Drink this, and we'll go to bed.
likes more. Very unwise. Very unwise, Freddie Moore. You always did have a weak head.
I could drink you under the table.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
Who were you talking to then?
Elvira, of course.
Elvira? The hell with Elvira!
There now, she's getting cross.
Well, I can't blame her.
What don't you blame her for?
Oh, God.
Now look here, Charles. I gather you've got some sort of plan behind all of this. I'm not quite a fool. I suspected you when we were doing that idiotic seance.
Don't be so silly. What sort of plan could I have?
I don't know. It's probably something to do with the characters in your book. How they, or one of them, would react to a certain situation. I refuse to be used as a guinea pig unless I'm warned beforehand what it's all about.
Well, Elvira is here, Ruth. She's standing a few yards away from you.
Yes, dear, I can see her distinctly under the piano with a zebra.
But, Ruth...
I'm not going to stay here arguing any longer.
Hooray!
Shut up.
How dare you speak to me like that?
Listen, Ruth, please, listen.
I will not listen to any more of this nonsense. I'm going up to bed now. I'll leave you to turn out the lights. I shan't be asleep. I'm too upset. So you can come in and say goodnight to me, if you feel like it.
That's big of her, I must say.
Be quiet. You're acting like a gutter snipe.
That is all I have to say. Good night, Charles.
With Ruth gone, Elvira is very happy. She can't remember when she has enjoyed a half hour more. As to what she's going to do, she doesn't know. How long she's going to stay, she doesn't know either. It all seems like a dream, but she doesn't think Charles should make such a fuss about it. It's only a matter of adjustment. Could it be that Charles doesn't love her anymore? He admits he loves the memory of Elvira, but insists that he did not send for her. Finally, the curtain falls on Charles, lying on the couch, while Elvira, charming as ever, strokes his hair.
Act 2, Scene 2. Act 2 opens at breakfast the next morning. Ruth is very cool to Charles and insists that he's had too much to drink the night before. When he insists that he has had a hallucination, Ruth attributes it to indigestion. The bickering continues until Elvira enters carrying roses. When Charles sees her, a comical miscommunication begins, with Ruth unable to see or hear Elvira and feeling certain that Charles' unpleasant remarks are meant for her. Charles will not behave, quote, normally, and Ruth becomes convinced that he is mad. She tries to soothe him and go for a doctor. Charles, frantic to be believed, enlists Elvira's help. She cannot materialize for Ruth, but she does move a bowl of flowers around the room to prove her existence. The scene ends with Ruth in hysterics, not sure whether she's being deluded, is going insane, or is actually in the presence of a ghost. Act 2, Scene 2. Later, when she is alone, Ruth visits with Madame Arcati again, and is shocked and angered that Madame Arcati is not only pleased with Elvira's appearance, but also unable to dematerialize her.
Madame Marcotte, it's all very fine for you to talk like this. You don't seem to have the faintest idea of my position.
Well, try to look on the bright side, dear.
Bright side indeed. If your husband's first wife suddenly appeared from the grave and came to live in your house with you, do you suppose you'd be able to look on the bright side?
I resent your tone, Mrs. Condamine. I really do.
You most decidedly have no right to. You're entirely to blame for the whole horrible situation.
Kindly remember that I came here on the other night on your own invitation.
On my husband's invitation.
I did what I was requested to do, which was to give a séance and establish contact with the other side. I had no idea that there was any ulterior motive behind it.
Ulterior motive?
Your husband was obviously eager to get in touch with his former wife. If I had been aware of that at the time, I should naturally have consulted you beforehand. After all, noblesse oblige.
He had no intention of trying to get in touch with anyone. The whole thing was planned in order to get material for a mystery story he's writing about a homicidal medium.
Am I to understand that I was only invited in a spirit of mockery?
Not at all. He merely wanted to make notes of some of the tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade? Insufferable! I've never been so insulted in my life. I feel we have nothing more to say to one another, Mrs. Condamine. Goodbye.
Please don't go, please.
Your attitude from the outset has been most unpleasant, Mrs. Condamine. Some of your remarks have been discourteous in the extreme, and I should like to say, without umbrage, that if you and your husband were foolish enough to tamper with the unseen for paltry motives and in a spirit of ribaldry, whatever has happened to you is your own fault. And, to coin a phrase, as far as I'm concerned, you can stew in your own juice.
Damn! Damn! Damn!
Ruth, expressing her frustration over the return of Elvira, tells Charles she is going to London in the morning to interview the Psychical Research Society, and if they fail her, she will go straight to the Archbishop of Canterbury. Act 2, Scene 3. Suspense builds when several days later, both the maid Edith and Charles have accidents. Edith because of axle grease rubbed on the stairs, and Charles on a ladder that proves to have been sawed nearly in two. Ruth insists that Elvira is trying to kill Charles in order to have him for herself again, but Charles is not convinced.
Ruth has a plan to circumvent the ghostly guest. Charles is not going to let Elvira know that he knows that he suspects anything. Ruth will go and find Madame Arcotti and force her, if necessary, into another trance, that they may all be rid of Elvira. Before Ruth can get away, Elvira has floated back from the garden. Discovering she is there, Ruth turns on Elvira to tell her frankly that she's been trying to prevail upon Charles not to drive her into Folkestone to see the movies that evening because of the slippery roads after the rain. However, so long as he seems to place Elvira's wishes first, she has given way, and she hopes they will enjoy themselves. And Ruth flounces out. Now Elvira is worried. She fears that Charles has lost interest in taking her. Charles hasn't, but he's not going to hurry.
Elvira, if you don't behave yourself, I shan't take you to Folkestone ever.
Oh, please, Charles, don't be elderly and grand with me. Please, let's go now.
Not until I've had my sherry.
You are tiresome, darling. I've been waiting about for hours.
Besides, Ruth has the car and she won't be back for half an hour. She's gone to see the vicar.
What? She's gone to see the vicar?
She's gone to see the vicar. So, she had to go and see him.
You say Ruth's taken the car?
What's on earth's the matter?
Ruth's taken the car?
She's gone to see the vicar, but she won't be long.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My God.
What are you getting so upset about? What are you going on like this for? What have you done?
Done? I haven't done anything.
Elvira, you're lying.
I'm not lying. What is there to lie about?
Well, what are you in such a state for?
I'm not in a state. I don't know what you mean.
You've done something dreadful.
I haven't. Don't look at me like that, Charles. I haven't. I swear I haven't.
My God, the car.
No, Charles,
Ruth?
no.
Ruth was right. You did
No.
want to kill me. You've done
No.
something to
Oh,
the car.
No, no, no.
Now
no,
tell me what
no,
you've done.
No,
Answer me.
no, 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 no.
Hello? Hello? Yes, this is he speaking. I see. Down the road by the bridge. No. No, I'll be right there, right away. Thank you.
Act 3, Scene 1. In the final act, Charles is again with Madame Arcadi. She is both fascinated with Elvira and very sorry about Ruth's death. Charles and Elvira quarrel, and Madame Arcadi goes into a trance to dematerialize Elvira.
Stage. Is there anyone there?
Hush. Shh, shh, shh. Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? 1 rap for yes, 2 raps for no. Is there anyone there? Ah, good stuff. Is that you, Daphne? I'm sorry to bother you, dear, but Mrs. Condamine wants to return. Aunt Daphne, did you hear what I said? Can you help us? Oh my goodness! No, no, shh! The table is trying to break away. Oh my goodness! Oh, 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 oh!
What's the matter, Madame Arcadi? Are you all right?
Oh my goodness! Oh. Oh.
She's in another one of her damn trances again, and I'm here as much as I ever was.
Well, are you sure you're all right? What's happened?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, for God's sakes, wake up.
Leave her alone. She's having a whale of a time.
What happened?
Oh, nothing at all.
Oh, yes, it did. I know something happened.
You fell over, that's all that happened.
Is she still here?
Of course she is.
Something must have gone wrong.
God, please make her do it properly. I'm sick of being messed about like this.
Oh, be quiet. She's doing the best she can.
Something happened. I sensed it in my trance. I let it. It shivered all through my body.
Once and for all, Charles, what the hell does this mean?
After trying all sorts of supernatural tricks, Madame Arcadi is about to despair. Ghosts will simply not go away. Then she realizes it was indeed not Charles who called up Elvira and Ruth. Madame Arcadi gazes into her crystal ball.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know what to do with this. Gives me the pips. It's too dark. It's too dark. No, now it's, yes. Now I can see something about a bandage. A white bandage. Hold on to a white bandage.
I haven't got a white bandage.
Be nook or cranny. Answer me. Be you in still room or closet. Answer me. Be you behind the panel, above the stairs, beneath the eaves, waking or sleeping. Answer me. That ought to do it, or I'm a Dutchman.
Do what?
Hush. Wait.
Would you like the lights out or anything?
No, it's near. It's very near.
If it's a ghost, I shall scream.
I hope it's nobody we know. I'll feel so silly.
Did you ring, sir?
The bandage! The white bandage!
No, Edith.
I'm sorry, sir. I could have sworn I heard a ring or a call or something.
I was asleep. I don't rightly know what it was.
Come here, child.
Oh,
Go on to Madame Arcadi.
Whom do you see in this room, child?
you, madame?
Answer, please.
You, madame?
Go on.
The master?
Anyone else?
Oh, no, no.
Look again.
Oh, no, sir. No, madame.
Come now, child. Don't beat about the bush. Look again.
I don't understand.
Do concentrate, Elvira.
I can't.
And keep still.
I can't.
Do you see anyone else now?
No, madame. Oh, no, madame.
Oh, she's lying.
Oh, madame.
They always do.
They?
Where are they now?
Why the... Oh.
She can see them. Do you mean she can see them?
Probably not very clearly, but enough.
Oh, let me go back to bed. I ain't seen nobody or done nothing.
Now, sit down. Look at me, Edith. Cuckoo. Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Is she barmy or something?
Here, Edith, is my finger. Look. Have you ever seen such a long, long finger? Look. Now it's on the right. Now it's on the left. Backwards and forwards it goes. See very quietly. Backwards and forwards. Tick, tock. Tick, tock. Tick, tock.
The mouse ran up the clock.
Be quiet, you'll ruin everything.
Well, so far so good. She's off all right.
Off?
She's unnatural. Just the same as the Sudbury case. It really is the most amusing coincidence. Now then, would you ask your wives to stand close together, please?
Where?
Over there, by you.
Ruth, Elvira.
I resent being ordered about like this.
I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. I feel peculiar.
I'm afraid I must insist.
It would serve you right if we did absolutely nothing at all.
Are you sorry for having been so mischievous, Edith?
Oh, yes, madam.
You know what you have to do now, don't you, Edith?
Oh, yes, madam.
I believe it's going to work, whatever it is. Oh, Charles. This is goodbye, Charles.
Make her stop. There's something I want to say before I go.
It's too late now. You should have thought of that before.
Oh, the mean, ungracious.
Charles, listen a moment.
Lights!
I'll be loving you always with a love that's true. Charles, I saw Captain Bracegirdle again several times. We went to the 400 twice, and I must say, I couldn't have enjoyed myself more.
Don't think you're getting rid of us quite so easily, my dear. You may not be able to see us, but we shall be here all right. I consider that you have behaved atrociously over the whole miserable business, and I should like to say here and now.
Splendid! Hurrah! We've done it! That's quite enough singing for the moment, Edith.
Shall I put on the lights?
Yes, do.
They've gone. They've really gone.
Yes, I think we've really pulled it off this time.
You'd better awake her, hadn't you? She might bring them back again.
Wake up, child.
Heavens, where am I?
It's all right, Edith. You can go back to bed now.
Why, it's morning.
Yes, it is.
But I was in bed. How did I get down here?
I rang, Edith. I rang the bell and you answered it, didn't I, Madame Arcadi?
Yes.
Did I drop off, sir, or was it my concussion again?
No, off you go, Edith, and thank you very much. This is a small token. Thank you again very much.
Oh, sure. Whatever for? Oh!
What did she mean by that?
What a night. I'm ready to drop in my tracks.
I'm deeply grateful to you, Madame Arcadi.
Good heavens, Mr. Condamine. I wouldn't ask for anything more.
Perhaps you'd give me the pleasure of lunching with me someday soon.
When you come back, I should be delighted.
Come back?
Take my advice, Mr. Condamine, and go away immediately.
But, Madame Arcadi, you don't mean that.
This must be a very unhappy house for you. There must be memories both sad and grave in every corner of it. Also,
Also what?
there are more things in heaven and earth, Mr. Condamine. Just go. Pack your bags and go as soon as possible.
You mean that they still may be here?
Quien sabe, as the Spanish say.
I wonder, I'll follow your advice, Madame Arcadi. Thank you again.
Yes. I'm going to take my...
Come see you to the door.
Oh, thank you very much. So, it's been a pleasure once again, and thank you.
Thank you.
The house remains subtly haunted, prone to mysterious rappings and movements of furniture revealing that the wives, now invisible and inaudible even to Charles, are still present. Charles by now gains sufficient insight into the characters of both his wives that he no longer feels morally or emotionally bound to either one of them. He packs his bags in the car and returns to bid his wives a sarcastic farewell.
Ruth, Elvira, are you here? Ruth, Elvira, I know damn well you're here. I just want to say that I wanted to tell you that I'm going on a trip. I'm going far away, a very long distance away. And I don't believe you'll be able to follow me. In spite of what Elvira said, I don't think spirits can travel over water. In one of your more acid moments, Ruth, you told me that I had been hag-ridden my whole life. You were so right. But now I'm free. Free from Mother, from Elvira, Mrs. Winthrop Llewellyn, and from you. And I'd like to take this farewell opportunity to say that I'm enjoying it immensely. Aha. And you, Elvira, you were so silly. Silly to think that I didn't know about you and Captain Bracegirdle. I did. And what you didn't know was that I was extremely fond of Apollo Westlake at the time. I was reasonably faithful to you, Ruth, but I doubt as though I could have held out much longer. You were becoming increasingly domineering, you know, and there's nothing more off-putting than that, is there? So, my darlings, goodbye for the moment. I expect we will bound to be meeting again one day, but until we do, I'm going to enjoy myself as I've never enjoyed myself before. You can break up the house as much as you want. I'm going to leave it anyhow. Think kindly of me and send out good thoughts. Nice work, Ruth. Get Elvira to help you. Persevere. Goodbye again. Parting is such sweet sorrow.